Hey guys, and welcome back for part 10 of my Austria One Faith / World Conquest Guide. Hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. Getting into that late game, hopefully it's still some entertainment left for you guys to see, but it'll be a lot of grinded stuff like that. So the first thing we needed to address today was something that happens when you become the Roman Empire that I didn't talk about yet. So it's going to make you a parliament. And what happens when you're a parliament is, I'll show you real quick. If you don't have enough seats in parliament, like I do now, it's going to say, hey, too few seats in Senate, right? And it says I need 34, I only have 2. If you don't assign seats yourself, it's going to auto-assign, and it generally will pick the highest dev provinces you have, in my experience. And I want to show you what that would do. So in this case, I would lose 2.3 absolutism, right? Now imagine if it did that 30 more times, right? That's negative 60 absolutism, which is like, oh my goodness, right? So to manage this and kind of contain the damage, you want to assign the seats to the worst developed provinces. So what I recommend doing is opening a development map mode, and you want to find where you have the least developed areas. So I'm going to state some of these provinces because I noticed in the dev map they're super kind of underdeveloped, right? 3 development here. I'm going to give that a state. And you'll notice this only increases absolutism by 0.3 instead of like the massive amount that the other ones did, right? Alright, so what you're going to do is after you state these, you don't even need to core them, right? You can just give seat in Senate. You're going to want to do this a bunch of times, right? You're going to need that like 30 something that it mentioned. So I'm just going to go ahead and assign these out. You'll lose a bit of absolutism, so our atom efficiency is going to go down for a little bit. That's okay. So we shouldn't have to do this like repeatedly. It should just be kind of a one-time deal. So as you can see, I can then unstate these provinces, and it's totally fine. As you can see, like it's still a seat in Parliament. So that puts me at 13 of 33. So I'm just kind of going to continue this process and pick these very low developed province areas, right? I'm gonna wait for my guys to recruit a little bit, and then I'm probably just gonna go attack. Poland wants to go to war with Russia. I'm actually gonna break my lines with Poland, that's fine. It's probably time anyways, or past time. And just keep converting too. And if you can, from this point on, I would try to get a missionary strength guy if you can find one that you can promote. That's probably worth fishing a little bit for that. But since we only need a max of 125 as well, so we can grab these two conversion ones too. Now we can get this enforced unity of the faith, and we can also get, let's see, where is it at? Religious culture here. It's gonna give us a bit more missionary strength. And what I recommend syncing up your missionaries, like basically so it's always gonna be at the same time. Anyways, I wanted to explain a concept of how I like to world conquest if I'm playing in Europe. I like some of my army to push right, like this. Just imagine an arrow this way. And then my other armies push down, like this. And the idea is that eventually, so these armies, you can imagine these armies, they're going to push down in this way. Kind of like a U shape, right? Taking everything here. And then the armies here are going to kind of go like this, right? So then we meet up here. We have a big old army to fight maybe Russia and kind of get all, you know, all your armies converging towards the end of the game, right? So kind of the basic idea, split some armies down here and then split the armies here. And you always want to push away from yourself. So it's like take everything in Europe first. That way you don't have to be in Europe anymore, right? Take everything, you know, here so you don't have to be there anymore, right? You're just constantly trying to move. So that's kind of the basic concept. And I recommend just starting a bunch of wars too. Like I've noticed in late game, like the trick to winning wars is literally just to be at war a long time. I know that sounds silly, right? But it's kind of as simple as it is. Like you just need the war to last a while, and most people will give up. Just gonna recruit a few more guys before I kind of get these wars started. Of course, I'm still fishing for that missionary strength guy. There we go. I'm gonna get this +5 missionary strength guy. And just, it definitely gets grindy, just to warn you guys, because you literally have to like pause the game every 5 months and send out new missionaries again, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to war with somebody here. Probably someone just a few allies. Like there we go. So imperialism here. So I'll get the first war of the session kicked off. So, and I mentioned kind of like this double war prong, right? That's kind of your thing. You kind of want to be warring in different directions now. So I'm also going to declare imperialism down here. And just get going. And what I recommend if these late game wars is, for example, let's say I'm attacking Gen here. Gen. Sure, that's how you say it. I'm attacking Gen as my main war guy, right? So what that means is that I don't have to siege out all of Gen's provinces, right? But I do need to siege out all of Jolof's, right? Because basically, if I went to the, war screen, I can take all of Gen's provinces, but I can't click Jolof's, right? So I have to actually siege out people that are secondary. Whereas I kind of just need to go for the forts for Gen. And all in the meantime, you got to keep your eye on those missionaries, right? Probably not going to show it like over and over and over, right? But it's like just something you have to stay on top of. You know, sometimes it'll stop like this, and that's probably because it's under siege. You just cancel it and do something else. We'll go ahead and upgrade this great project here, at least to rank 1. Gives you that missionary strength. Probably you should just get it going to like rank 3 as soon as possible, because it gives you that +2 missionary strength. And yeah, this is a 1 faith, so do want to get some missionary stuff rolling. So just, yeah, when I'm in this war in Europe, I'm literally just like sieging out people's capitals. Not even really trying to fight them. As you can see, they're sieging a bunch of my land. I just don't care. So I want to explain something that I maybe failed to explain earlier. You don't want to move your capital, as I was saying, over to the New World until the revolution has happened, or like the revolution can never trigger and you're just gonna have like rebels forever. It's awful. I've tried it. For don't do it. It's pretty terrible. You get rebels like permanently for 50 years. Something that I didn't do before, but I technically should do, is switch this tier 3 to the -50% decentralizing state. So I guess I'll do that. And then just start centralizing some of the more expensive states. It's not something you have to do, it's just like min-max kind of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and probably upgrade this great project to rank 3 now, that missionary strength one. It's a newer one they added, but it's super cool. And again, I'm not gonna use any manpower at this point, because my manpower is important. But that should give me missionary strength up just a bit more. 22% now, it's not bad. So as you can see, I kind of let them just get wild with it and conquer a lot of my land here, but like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna get full annexation. So yep, gonna grab full annexation here with everyone that was in the war. And go and end that. What's funny is I became the Holy Roman Emperor again. Which I find funny. And basically, now that I'm the Pope, of course I'm gonna put some points into getting the Pope again, but I'm gonna start boosting my mercantilism because I am converting like forever, right? So I might as well like start just getting my mercantilism. It only costs 17 points. So I can literally just like max my mercantilism. It'll help a bit, right? Better trade. And once that war is done, you're gonna be in the process of just like kicking off the next one, right? Could even do more wars at a time if you feel like you want to. Of course, you should definitely, if you're at this point in the game where it's similar to the point where I am, I would try to just always have +5 advisors, right? No excuse to not have +5s all the time. Again, I'm just going to be getting a ton of mercantilism with all these points. I didn't even realize I was at war with him down here. The enemy always does this. They're not interested in like defending their land. They just want to go through your stuff, which is totally whatever. When you see Call to Peace, like, don't panic about that. You have a lot of time before that really does anything. I'm not going to raise my stability here because I need negative stability to when the revolution happens. But later on, we can just basically have infinite stability. Instead, I'm just going to boost my mercantilism over and over. Get some more money from trade. Got a bit of money building up now. I probably want... There's just so many good, great projects for you to invest your money in, though, to be honest. I'm trying to siege everything out so I can take, like, all of this stuff in just one war. But that way, less wars for me. Sort of forgot about the war in Europe. I should have been paying more attention to it. Because it could have definitely been over by now. Alright, I'm going to grab... What's funny is I didn't realize I couldn't grab this. I should have grabbed this first when I was still Germany. But that's something for me to know for another session. I'm just going to try to finish sieging out these last few provinces. Both wars are about over. And I would prefer to stagger my wars. Like, ending them both is just kind of like not ideal, because then you might be like over your cap, right? I think I can grab everything from... This is going to be like, you know, a ton of land here. Okay, no, I can't take everything, huh? Interesting. Well, I'm going to dip into my Diplo points a bit to do this. I'm hoping that I can just... Maybe I just separate piece out, like... the two lesser nations? I don't know if that'll work. So I separate piece out Joloff first. And then I separate piece out... Because it's going to cost me a bit of Diplo points to do this. You know what? Instead of doing that, I could have just upgraded this, probably. This will, like... This will double... You know, this will make sure that... Be able to grab that all at once now. It's okay, I think I only use like less than 200 points for sure. Yep, gonna demand full annexation here and call that good. Finally, it appears where I wanted to. Okay, so the center, the birthplace of the revolution happened. Perfect, that's what we wanted. Give you a little bit of explanation of how the revolution kind of works is it spawned here and it's gonna start converting all these provinces are revolutionary, right? And once this here, where is it? Government reaches 20%, you can get the disaster, but you have to make sure you have like, I think one stability is good. This is about all core, and that means I could probably end this other war now. Just about. I'm gonna quickly just take down Mali. It's got one province. Okay, I can get this extra province force for cost mod, that's super good. Well, I finished sieging everything. I'm going to end this war. Just take full annexation. And of course, I'll just go ahead and end this war with Mali as well. I just ended the war with Mali and I haven't even unpaused, and I'm declaring the next war, right? That's kind of like your process from here on out. Like you should always be at war with a couple people. You know, like I got armies down here. I'm gonna make sure I start a war in the next month down here somewhere, right? So we're gonna go declare war down here, and just keep the ball rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and end this war down here and call full annexation. And basically move on to the next one straight away. Might as well go to war with Brittany, I suppose. Imperialism, go ahead. Okay, apparently this is annoying. I accidentally got a tributary. I'm gonna cancel the tributary, of course. But I can end the war, I guess, here. Well, not quite. I need to... Well, I actually can't get this because they're being sieged by another guy, I guess. Which means I'm probably just going to go ahead and attack that other guy, because that's annoying. It's getting sieged out by Indus slot. I'm sure I said that right. There's no doubt in my mind. But I'm going to go to war with him just so I can, like, get the province I'm trying to get. I'm going to recruit, like, 100 more guys here. And I'm trying to get towards that military hegemon, so I'm kind of just trying to, like, recruit guys here and there and just, like, kind of get towards that 1,000 guys I need. I'm gonna go ahead and recruit another 100 guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the war with the Paladin and just, again, grabbing everything. Same type of thing I'm doing every time. Rebels are close to enforcing their demands. That's not good. Gaza. Can't neglect your rebels. I'm 2 feet away, I love it. It's about to get these demands and I'm standing 1 away. I need to build a better navy. Wow, I'm just wasting these 100 guys that have been sitting on this island here when I could have been using them. Pretty funny. Sometimes I like to just wait for my missionaries. My missions got like out of sync, so I'm just gonna wait for them to like all finish. When you have this, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. Mechivalium's reign. You get an extra -1, and then you have your diplo ideas. So you only take -2 stability for breaking truces. So you really don't care about that at all anymore, because if I break a truce like here, I literally can just go to my papacy that's maxed and get it back straight away. And if I'm the Pope, it's even cheaper, so. Truces are kind of optional at this point. Again, I'm intentionally keeping my stability low so I can do revolutionary stuff. And I could actually, I want to get this too. This is sweet because it gives you a -30% stab cost mod, which is kind of huge. And I just need to accept the culture. That's right. And then I can go ahead and upgrade that. I can't upgrade it to max yet, but come back to it later. What's nice when it's max is it gives you -2 national unrest, so it's really nice. Let's see, what do I need for this? Okay. This war's over. Just use like 2 provinces, basically. As I mentioned, I'm going to get some guys over here to start fighting like Tunis and stuff. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attack Congo. Could have hesitated to do something on why I was just being lazy. And I'll go ahead and declare with Tunis as well. Always good to get just a bunch of wars started. It's kind of looking hard. A couple wars. I want war. They're just gonna end this war with Brittany, I guess. Grab his province. I guess since I've been converting, I should be grabbing some mercantilism. But I want to save some points for when the revolution hits, and I can just like get my stability back instantly. Trying to wrap up Europe so I can like focus on like Poland and, you know, whatever else. Yeah, I could get this tech 27, and I don't think I want to yet because the revolution's close, and I want to make sure I have enough points. Yeah, I'm at 18%, so like only a few percent away. Could end this war with Ingolstadt. Sounds right. And also take Baden, Ansbach, Ulm, and Dismarchen as well. Oh, I haven't sieged Dismarchen. I'm gonna wait to end this then. Alright, so I just went ahead and sold that last one to let this end quicker. And yep. Gonna take all these guys out and just full annex. They're definitely gonna get that revolutionary disaster to trigger soon. Okay, I'm gonna go declare with Friesland here. And just go ahead and do that. If I want to take the Mamluks, I have to siege out like every single one of their provinces, so it's like I really need to get rolling with that, right? I'll declare war with Munich here. Sure. Just trying to finish everyone off in Europe. Alright, so the disaster started to trigger that revolution. So it's gonna end the war with Friesland here. Just the one province. I'll go ahead and declare war with Cologne. Again, the revolutionary is just about to pop here. And that's not good because I'm not prepared at all. Yeah. So yeah, that's perfect. I could show you what happens if you're not prepared for the revolution. It's gonna be great. Alright, I'm gonna end the wrong war. Oops. So I'm gonna end the war here and just take everything from all of these guys. And that should be good. Just take everything. Full annexation. So I'm going to take this in this war, and this also triggered, but I'm going to take everything in this war first. And then I'm going to, of course, show these upstarts their place. And before I do accept that, see if I can get some guys in position. Kind of just paused here. I'm actually going to upgrade my great project that reduces stability costs here. So now I have really good modifiers for stab cost. Now I'm going to fix my stability. You have to get to 3 stability. So what I'm going to do is get my stability to like here. And it's like it's super 17 for a thing. So instead of paying like for these more expensive ones, I'm just going to use this papacy here. Boost it twice. Okay. So my stability part of the objective is reached. So right now, I shouldn't have ended these wars because I'm dumb. So I have to clear out any rebels that are in my nation. Still have, oh my gosh, I have so many rebel groups. I may have handled this bad, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the rebels are coming. Oh, thank God there was one. I thought those were all rebel messages, but they were missionary messages. I need to kill, why didn't I kill Brittany? I thought for sure I was gonna kill him. That was a war with him, I swear. What did I not take the provinces and just peace them out? I have no idea. Trying to get this revolution to end. It's been a bit of a mess. Problem is when I ended those wars, it created those rebels. Perfect. So that was a little painful. I didn't handle it the best, but it's okay. Just had a bunch of rebels from like wars that were a little bit of a problem, but that's over now. That's good, because now we can move on to the next phase of our plan. I'm going to end this war here. With the Teutons and Glogue. Okay, so I'm finally ending this war here. And I'm going to take absolutely everything I can. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to state Bangkok over here. And I want to move my capital here. And holy god, it's expensive. So instead of doing that, I'm going to grab this first. That's going to take my tech up. So that should put me at 90% admin. Then I'm probably not overextended much. I was going to move my capital to New World, but I think I'm going to have to hold on and do that later because I spent all my admin points. And it's going to be a billion admin points to move my capital to here. Greatness 777. So my capital is 77 dev, so it sucks to move my capital because it's so expensive. Actually, could I lower this a bit? Yeah, I could lower it by 1. That's just fantastic. Okay, that'll save me. That being said, I should wrap up the episode. I think that's probably already a fairly long episode. Didn't quite get what I wanted to do done, but that's okay. Got a lot done, right? Like if we look at Europe, I've got a few more wars to deal with. That's pretty much a done deal. And then I can start attacking Poland and push towards Russia even. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. Just gonna have to keep conquering here. Take care of all that, right? And so please consider subscribing if you guys like the content. You know, likes, that all helps. The support's been awesome. So I just want to thank you guys for all the support. And thanks for watching and have a great day.